Hey guys, my name's Mariah.
Hi, my name is Grecia, and welcome to our YouTube channel.
So growing up in the 90s was the best. We were the last generation that got to grow up without technology.
Yes, but then came the internet and text messaging, and personal dynamics were never the same. And in the middle of all this change, we were getting into a lot of trouble because it was our first years of high school.
So today we're going to use this video to tell you about our high school years.
Throwback. Mariah, do you remember your first day of high school?
Yes, I do. What I remember about my first day of high school was one particular moment where I embarrassed myself in front of the only friends that I had in high school. This first day, everyone was getting their schedule in front of the school and everyone was figuring out who's in what class. And what I remembered about it was when I first walked through the actual gates of my school, and there was this stump where the trees are usually supposed to be, but there was no tree there, so it was just a stump. And I remembered being so excited to see one of my friends that I ran to him to give him a hug. And what happens? I trip over.
What?
I tripped over the stump that was right in the middle of the of the area, and I was just so embarrassed. And like, that's literally me walking through the front gates of my high school.
First day of high school.
That was my very first impression of high school with everyone that was like,
no.
It was so embarrassing. I was so upset.
You're
like,
so...
oh my God, like, did anyone see that? And everyone's like looking at me, are you okay? Like freaking out. And I'm like, Lord, this is my first day, and this is how I make an impression, is I walk in tripping. I just remembered embarrassing myself that very first day, and then I spent the rest of the day just figuring out where every place was, because the classes are all over the place. We're moving around so much, and you've got a schedule in front of you where I'm having to ask security, like, hey, can you tell me where this is on every single classroom? It was like the lost goat, I don't know, just wandering around trying to find its way. But yeah, that was my very first day of high school. What about you? What was your first day like?
My first day on American high school, when we went to lunch, I clearly remember just everybody being like segregated. I remember seeing some people in classes. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have lunch with that people, you know, because I remember them from my previous school. And then when I go to lunch, turns out that they don't even like hang out together. The cafeteria was sectioned up in groups, and I remember not knowing who to sit with. I just remember thinking that it was going to be interesting. I wanted to see what it was going to be about. I didn't have anything too interesting happen on the first day that I remember, but it was interesting to see everybody sitting separately at lunch like in a movie.
So what about things that you did in high school? Were you a part of any like group of some sort or
my high school years were kind of crazy. My first high school year, I was here. Then I went back to Venezuela and started at a high school that I didn't like. It was a private school. Then I moved to a public school within 1 year. And then I finished high school there. My high school here in the States, where it was you know, really fun. I remember the first year I did drama. I took a drama class, which I really loved, and I got to play Hamlet. And I remember my high school did Little Shop of Horrors, and I was in the like crew that year. That was so much fun. I love drama. Every time I go to school and I can take a drama theater class, I love it. It's so much fun. I did choir after school. It was so much fun. And then choir, we went to competitions, we danced, and that's when I found out that I really wanted to learn how to play piano. I haven't learned yet, but I want to. So Mariah, tell us, what else did you do in high school?
As far as like participation wise, what I did in high school, the only thing I remember really participating in was choir. So I started off in choir my first year, and I became very enthusiastic about it throughout the years going in. We had an amazing music teacher there, and it was amazing being a part of that. So the camaraderie was like a really big thing, and it was amazing being around all of those beautiful voices, because there was a lot of talent in that room, and that's like probably the biggest thing that I remembered the most about being in high schools, because that I think was the one that took over like my entire experience. And like how you were saying you were a part of choir as well and doing competitions, I did the same. So I was in competitions as well. We would sing caroling songs like throughout the malls and stuff like that. And at the end, I ended up getting the chance to sing the national anthem with a couple other girls for our high school graduation. It was a really fun experience.
So you can sing? Because I was in choir, but I can't sing for shit.
I mean, like, I'm decent. Like, I can hold a note, but I don't consider myself, like, an amazing singer or anything. Because there's only so much you can do, like, with a trained voice versus someone with just, like, raw talent.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I have a lot of talented friends that are able to do stuff like that, and it just, like, blows my mind that they just throw out their voice and beautiful things come out of it, and I'm just like, I wish that was me. Why can't I have that talent?
You know what's funny? That I've known you for years, and I never knew you were in choir, and then I was in choir.
We're learning a lot about each other on this channel.
Did you talk to any of your friends from high school?
Actually, no. All of the friends that I consider some of my best friends, I didn't meet until after high school. When I started working at Hollister, just like I said in our first video, all of my friends are because of there. And so...
That gives hope to people that don't have fun in high school.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, like, all of my best friends came after high school, and I am eternally grateful for them.
I used to just totally dress however I felt like dressing.
Yeah.
There was a time, like, by the middle of my freshman year where I was like, fuck it. I don't care. I'm not going to be cool. I'm not going to be the cheerleader with blonde, I remember this, like, blonde, long hair, skinny. And I was still feeling like a baby. Like, just... My high school year was like, it was a lot of pressure trying to learn a new language and a new culture and getting to high school.
I don't think I gained my style until after high school. So, and this wasn't until I was about 18 or 19 years old. And so, anytime before that, I look at photos of myself from when I was younger, and I just think to myself, what was I thinking? I look ridiculous. Why in the world would I ever put that on myself and think I look good?
My hair was like parted this way, like, because I loved Ashley Simpson. This is so stupid. And like, my hair was like parted this way, just like covering half of my face.
Yeah, I had that the bang sweep where it just came
Everybody
across your
used
face,
to know,
and it was like in your hair like that and stuff. It was doing that for a while. Yeah, no, I had that hair for a while until, the bangs were going.
Yeah, that was like my hair back in the day.
Yeah, but for the longest time, it was just like down the middle.
Yeah.
Chopped right up here. And, super boring. I didn't know anything about hair. I didn't know anything about makeup. Again, I didn't discover any of this stuff. I experimented.
But I'm glad I did it. But I'm glad that I wasn't doing that. I wasn't wearing makeup on my freshman year. I wasn't doing any of that stuff, and I'm glad I didn't, because I feel like when I did start, it was really cool to me and new. Like, I looked different, But some girls who would wear makeup from their freshman year, they already looked like seniors.
Yeah. I know a few of them. I can think off the top of my head.
Like, my face. Like,
No, I remembered a few girls where I was like a junior, senior in high school, and I would see freshmen and sophomore that were developing a lot faster, and I thought to myself, well, geez, like, I didn't even know what style was until, after high school. And then these girls here are looking hot as hell, and I'm just like...
You know what was really funny? I used to watch a lot of that 70s shows.
I love that show.
A lot. That was like my favorite show, because I could really understand what they were saying, because they speak so slow sometimes, And so I think that a lot of my fashion was kind of like
really based in the 70s.
So
you started dressing like them?
Yeah, like a little bit, just like a lot of colors. But that's sort of how I grew up in Venezuela too, like a total hippie. I grew up in Venezuela like...
Just total hippie.
Yeah, like, so when I came here and people were wearing like, the cholos, like shirts, the girls, and like the big shoes and the belts with, I got one of those belts with a G.
Oh my God, you got a G belt. Oh, that's hilarious.
I had a few G belts.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so it was like a big difference of, oh my God, that was funny.
That's so funny. I did remember having like an emo stage in high school, and I think that went from like freshman
You?
Just mostly freshman year. I know. It's like totally out of my character.
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't-
no, like if you looked at me, like I had like the really dark black eye makeup, and then everything was like black.
Do you have
and
pictures?
like
I want to see it.
I'll have to show you. Maybe we'll bring them like on the video
Ooh.
sometime. But no, like it wasn't like totally emo. It's just like I wore a lot of black, and I was trying like to look like
With like
a
Link,
group, you know, and stuff like that.
Green Day, when all that
I was
thing.
into them, yeah, very
Uh-huh.
much so, and like Evanescence and stuff like that.
they
Yeah,
have good songs
so very
there.
dark. And then I hung out with people that were like true emos and like, you know, goths and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Me, I was never really like a real person, you know, into that, but I would
You were just
try.
doing it
I
for
would
the
try.
fad,
I
yeah.
was into it because like I was trying to fit in somewhere, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Like I didn't know where my place was,
Yeah.
so I was trying all these different things, and then after my freshman year, I sort of snapped out of it and was like, okay,
Yeah.
whole new wardrobe change. You know, I went super preppy, and everything changed after that. So, I mean, if I were to give advice as far as going into high school, if you're in high school or you're about to go into high school, I would suggest probably just being yourself, because
Yeah.
the kind
No.
of friends that you're going to attract are the ones that are going to like you for your authenticity.
Yeah.
Someone that's going to like you for who you are. And if you're attracting people by being someone else, then they're probably not your true friends.
And that's for everything. I would say join every club. Join
That's true.
every single club.
Yes.
I loved being class president. Why? Because I got to talk to so many people. And it got me out of class. It will get you out of class a lot. I was always like doing stuff like that because it's fun. Like really, you
Yeah.
will do so many things. You will meet so many people.
Yeah.
You will find out things about yourself that you didn't know that
Probably
you
didn't know,
like.
exactly.
So do dance, do
Do choir,
Choir,
do sports, do
sports.
cheerleading if you want, you know, anything.
and if you're a girl, if you do sports in school, it's like you're killing two birds with one rock. You're staying fit and you are doing something really fun.
Yeah.
And then you will meet other people that
There
are
you go.
doing the similar stuff, you know?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, to this day, still regret not being a part of the dance team, which I wish I would
too.
have done. Again, me trying to be cool here, I hate saying this out loud, but I thought I was too good for the dance team. And,
okay.
and that's the only reason why I didn't join, because our dance team was not the best. It was not. Especially my freshman and sophomore year. And so, but after, you know, my junior and senior year came, the dance team got a lot better, and I regretted not joining. And so after I graduated, I was really sad that I was never a part of that. And I'd be flipping through my yearbook, and I got one little picture of me, like, for the year that I was in, and then another little picture of me in the group for the choir. And I was like thinking to myself, I wish I could have been in more pictures in the yearbook. I wish I could have,
know.
you know, been a part of more things. And so what she was saying, like, I totally regret not doing more things in high school, and I wish I did.
I was in the yearbook twice, and it was in my theater and in my science class. So
Your
it was
science?
yeah. It was they just took a picture on a science class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like it wasn't a club, but it was just
Like they
I'm
came
saying,
in,
mhm.
took a
So one of
picture.
them was in a class and the other one was in the but I wish too that I had more pictures in the yearbook.
But yeah, so yeah, that's what she's basically just trying to say is, you know, join as many things as possible, try new things, and you might discover
Not drugs
something.
though.
Not drugs.
Okay, I'm gonna say something very quickly. One of the reasons why my dad didn't let me do dance after the school year has started, because on the first pep rally, or how do you call those? Pep rally. I remember just someone like in the back of me just like tapped my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, and they're like, here. And then I just opened my hand, because if you know me, you know I just do stuff when people, you know. So I opened my hand and the person just put like a bunch of pills in my hand. And I'm like, and they're like, pass them down. I'm like, oblivious.
What?
Dead serious, oblivious of what this was. I'm like, oh, okay, just pass them down. Years later did I find out that these are like drugs and shit, you know?
Oh my god.
But I told my dad about it, and he was like, oh, you know, maybe you didn't want to do that. Like, and oh, it was because, okay, so the dance teacher, I think she got fired from the school because of some like coke problem that she had. So that and the thing that I told my dad, then he was like, no. And this is all, it all came together, so I didn't do another high school year here. You know, like I love the things that I did do, but going back to Venezuela was the best choice for high school.
Okay.
I don't regret it. The best.
Well, we obviously had a lot to say about our high school years. Maybe we should leave the rest for another video.
Ooh.
All right, guys, that was everything for our video.
If you have any questions or comments, just do it in the box below. And
Thank you for watching.